Okay, everybody, so today we're going to talk about completing the square in order to graph things in vertex form, okay? So I'm on page 748. I'm on page 748, okay? So we're still going to be completing the square. Completing the square in order to do this. So when I take a look at all of this, they take general form, which we'll take a look at an example. And what they do is they slowly take general form and they complete the square. We don't have to do that. This is pretty complicated for you guys, so we're not going to worry about this, except for the fact that you are going to take something and put it in vertex form. Okay, so as an example, we know that vertex form for us has been y equals sum a x minus h quantity squared plus k. Okay, anytime you need the video paused, please ask, okay? Hopefully you're writing this down. And then we have learned that we can graph that because we know the vertex is at hk, and we know the axis of symmetry is going to be x equals h. So a simple drawing, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if I had a parabola and that parabola happened to look something like this, we know that it has a line of symmetry going right down the middle of the vertex is my line of symmetry, and that's at the h value at x equals h, and it has a vertex down here on the line of symmetry at our h. Okay, all right, now what we want to do then is take that knowledge and actually change what we have in a regular form into vertex form. Okay, so here we go. If you didn't get this written down, you can always ask the substitute to pause it. Let's move across. Okay, so then what I have is this. Okay, so first of all, one of the things I can get from this form is pretty easy. What I can get is I can get the x-intercepts. I know that it will factor into, you know, let's set it equal to 0. If I want the roots, okay, the roots, an easy way to get the roots is just a factor, x and x, positive 9, negative 1, because they multiply to make a negative 9, but they add to make the 8. For my mini equations, x is equal to negative 9, and x is equal to 1. All right, so good enough. I can go to negative 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really, somebody's calling me. Hold on. I'm not going to answer it. Hello? I think you did too. That's okay. Wow, that was weird. Wrong phone number. Huh. Here I am. It is after hours. And I get a prank phone call. Okay, anyway, keep going back to this. Probably a nice pause. So negative 9 is right about there. And I get my 1 is my other x-intercept there. Okay, we got the x-intercepts. I factored, set it equal to 0, and I found the zeros. Okay, now, what about that vertex? So, let me erase this one. I want to go ahead and complete the square. So, we're going to start with our y plus 9 equals x squared plus 8x. Okay, yesterday we talked about step 1, move c to the other side. I just did that. Move c to the other side. I just brought the 9 over, okay? Step 2, b is 8. We'll take half of that. Half of 8 is 4, and we'll square that, and we get a 16. 4 squared is 16. So I'm going to add 16 to both sides, plus 16, plus 16. Okay, so let's see what I have now. I have a y plus a 25 equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. Okay, so I'm completing squared, exactly what we did yesterday, except for with the y value. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and factor, okay? Now that's an x plus 4, which is really an x plus 4 squared, and that equals your y plus 25. Okay. Now, bring the 25 over, okay, and have it look like a y equals an x plus 4 squared minus 25. All right, that's perfect. That's in the vertex form. So I know my vertex then is at -4, -25. So if I go back to this graph, I'd have a line of symmetry at -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'd have a, well, let's see, I may have to go by -10. And let's go -10, -20, and about -25 we'll guesstimate be right about there. We can draw on our parabola. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and recap what I just said. So I was able to get, first of all, the zeros, because it did factor. If it factors, makes life easy. And then I found the vertex by putting it into vertex form by completing the square. Brought c over the other side. Took b, half of b is squared, I got 16, added 16 both sides. That factors into x plus 4, which is x plus 4 quantity squared. Brought the 25 back over, and so I got an x plus 4 quantity squared minus 25. The vertex, always the opposite inside, and there it is, -4, -25. And I just graphed that here, okay? All right. Now, number 4 is very similar, okay? And we won't do 5, we'll just do 4. So, if we have a ball sort of circling in the air 4 feet above the ground with a velocity of 32 feet, that's there, height of 4 feet, what's the maximum height of the ball? Okay, so we could do -b over 2a. That would work, it's probably fine. But we can also do complete the square. So we'll bring the y to the other side, and I'll have a y minus 4 equals a -16 t squared plus 32t. Now, to make this so I can do this, I'm going to take out the -16, and I'll have a t squared minus 2t, and I'll leave a space, okay? Okay, we're going to complete the square. Take half of that. If b is -2, take half of that, and that's -1. If I square it, I get a +1. So I'm going to add 1 right here. Now I got to be careful, because I didn't just add 1 to the side, I added -16. So over here, I got to make sure I go -16 over here. All right, let's see what I've got. I need a room, so I'm going to scribble that out. So then, I'm going to have a y minus 20 equals a -16 times a t minus 1, right, because I can factor that. I can draw this again as y minus 20 equals -16 times t minus 1 squared. Bring back over the 20, I got y is equal to, bring the 20 back to the other side, equals a -16 times a t minus 1 squared plus 20. Okay, what does that tell me? Tell me the vertex, okay? Tells me the vertex, sorry about that, you guys. I got to make sure you can see it. Okay, what did I do? I factored it into t minus 1, t minus 1. Okay. I then made it t minus 1 squared. I brought the 20 back over, and the 20 came from the fact that I added, actually, on this side, this is a little tricky, but I added -16, so I had -16 to that side. So I'm all the way here, and the vertex we know has to be at +1, 20. What does that tell me? If that's the vertex, we know that the highest height of the ball is at 1 second and 20 feet. So we don't have to give a graph, but it would look something like this. Starts at a height of 4. We know the graph is going to go up at 1 second and come back down here, okay? Here's our highest height is at 120. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for taking good notes. There is a homework assignment today, and it's going to be lesson 4. You're going to do page 751 for the assignment and lesson 752. Please do the assignment. You also have a lot of math to do as well, so don't goof off. Okay, that's all I have.